I'm not a lawyer, but Florida rapper YNW Melly is asking for a judge to let him out of jail before his retrial, and y'all have been asking me for the recap, so let's get into it. Quick refresher, YNW Melly is accused of causing the death of his two friends, Anthony Williams, aka Sack Chaser, and Christopher Thomas Jr., aka Juvie. Melly's first trial, which happened in July of 2023, and here we are almost 2 full years later, waiting on his retrial, and he's been locked up this whole time. Melly was actually initially arrested on February 13th, 2019, so he's been in jail for over 6 years, waiting on this case to resolve. So now his attorneys are asking the judge to let him out of jail as he continues to wait for this retrial, and they have a number of reasons as to why they say he should be out. First, some of the phone evidence that prosecutors used in the first trial has been suppressed for the second trial, meaning some of that phone evidence will not be able to be used in this retrial. And that also means that the judge can't use that evidence in considering whether Melly should be released on bond or not. Secondly, the lead detective in the case, Mark Moretti, has been accused of a number of things, including suborning perjury or getting someone to lie under oath. And one of the assistant state attorneys, Michelle Boutros, witnessed some of this conduct, and she's going to be allowed to testify in this retrial, and apparently the state won't be able to cross-examine her. Although the state says that's not entirely true. They say they'll be able to impeach her, so I don't know. And then lastly, Melly's attorneys say that the fact that the first trial ended in a mistrial is proof enough that the state has not met the standard required to deny bond. So his team says there is no eyewitness, no murder weapon, and with all of these other issues, Melly should be released under certain conditions.
What we would be proposing for Mr. Demons would be a minimal monetary bond, with the condition that the defendant would remain at his new residence. The defendant would not have possession of a firearm. The defendant would wear the standard pre-trial ankle monitor for GPS tracking. Mr. Demons would have a 24-hour security guard on his person. Mr. Demons is not a flight risk. He does not possess a passport. I don't even believe he has a driver's license at this time. We can assure his presence at trial. He's been here every hearing. He will be here every hearing. I think the state's biggest argument today would be to assure the integrity of the courtroom, of the judiciary. And of course, they're going to bring up the witness tampering. The only person my client has been accused of tampering with was Mariah Hamilton.
And of course, the state disagrees with all of this.
Keep raising the issue, or they repeatedly raise the issue, that Detective Moretti's suborned perjury, except there's been no finding of that, and there's no evidence of that, and actually the evidence tends to be to the contrary. So when they say that he's suborned perjury, there's no evidence supporting that other than their argument and the testimony of Ms. Boutros. The defendant's charged with homicide. He's killed 2 people, so he's clearly proven himself.
Allegedly.
He's already established that he presents a danger to the community, but not only that, he attempted to tamper with witnesses while in custody.
It's worth noting that Melly's defense attorneys say that the only witness that Melly tampered with was never under a legal obligation to testify, so technically, it wasn't witness tampering. So we are waiting for the judge to decide if Melly will be released on bond or if he will have to continue to wait for his retrial, which is currently set for September 10th, 2025.
The defendant's trials in both of his cases will remain as already set, September the 10th at 9 o'clock.